New Jersey Living continues with the search for the best neighborhood in downtown Jersey City. So if you've seen the previous episode, you saw our journey into Paula's Hook and some of the features of Paula's Hook. Today, we are going to dive into Hamilton Park as our second stop in this series. So if you already know the location, fantastic. Love for you to drop some comments right here into the comments section to give me some of your own opinions, insights, thoughts. If you have not been to Hamilton Park or you're still learning about Jersey City, specifically downtown Jersey City, stay tuned because we've got a lot more coming your way. Let's dive into it now. So Hamilton Park, we're going to jump right into some footage right away just to show the aesthetics of the park. It's summertime right now. We're in July 2024. We take a walk through the park, seeing just a beautiful greenery. There's a scene where you can see the sprinklers are going. This is a hot day, 90 something degrees in New Jersey, which is quite warm for us. This is a scenario where there's no doubt a recent event, because as I strolled by the basketball court, I could see there's some mini bleachers that were set up and some other banners. So no doubt there was either some kind of tournament or some kind of exhibition going on in the park. But lovely scene. This is another one of my favorite scenes in downtown Jersey City because that park itself is just a very, very aesthetically pleasing place to walk through. They have events there, as you will see also with some of the banners that are there with events that take place right there in the park. There's a movie night that takes place in the park, and there are plenty of dining options in the park as well. So Hamilton Park, as we look through some footage as well, we're going to take a look at the map to see where exactly is Hamilton Park located in Jersey City. And the park is pretty convenient walking distance to two separate path stations. So either the Newport station or the Grove Street station. So both are very much reasonable walks to get to in terms of commuting into the city or coming back into Newark, perhaps to get on New Jersey Transit to travel other areas in New Jersey. So I'm going to start with just giving a plug. I mean, I love to be able to promote business here. So we have a scenario as I pull in, I pull up. I've driven down these streets so many times. I pull right in front of what's an ice cream and pastry shop. And I've never been into this particular establishment before. Took some time in. I'm going to give a quick plug for the owner, Emma. So let's go ahead and check out that plug right now. New Jersey Living in front of Milk Sugar Love. So we are here with the owner who's going to give us some really surprising news I didn't know about until I actually walked up. So please do share.
So you're here at Milk Sugar Love, my baby, my shop. We've been here for 10 years this year, making all of our ice cream from scratch with the freshest local and organic ingredients.
And I have the #1 bestseller, so tell us a little bit about this one.
So this has been #1 from day one. Malted cookie ice cream, a malted milk ice cream that we make the malt syrup to, and then we throw in pieces of our own sea salt chocolate chip cookies.
I can give it an endorsement. I sampled inside, of course, before I bought, but this is my first cone, will not be my last. So I want to give everybody a plug for Milk Sugar Love. If you're in Hamilton Park, just in downtown Jersey City, definitely worth a stop. Park is right across the street, right?
Right
across the street. There are events here all the time. There's movie night here all the time. Give us a little idea about hours for you guys.
So we're open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And you can follow us on Instagram at Milk Sugar Love JC.
We're going to plug that right here in the description. So if you want to look up and get some more information, just take a drop down in the details and we'll plug it on our IG post as well. So thanks again, Emma. We appreciate it. And guys, stay tuned for more New Jersey Living. So as you can see, the shop, Milk Sugar Love, I'll definitely wholeheartedly give a thumbs up. I was pleased with the product. And it's nice to have places that do on site, right? They prepare their ice cream on site. There's another favorite spot of mine in Bloomfield that we're going to definitely circle back to again. Well known, probably most well known for, I should say most well known, but definitely well known for being that scene for the final scene of The Sopranos. But another place where there's homemade ice cream and it is absolutely spot on. So this is one of those places where I say if you're in Hamilton Park, definitely stop by, give a wave, let them know that New Jersey Living referenced you. Not that I get anything out of it, but just to let them know that we are genuinely trying to plug some businesses and what have you in the community. So we're going to sprinkle in some real estate, of course. We're going to talk about Hamilton Park, but we're going to also talk about the real estate in Hamilton Park and what it looks like to buy in Hamilton Park. So let's take a look at our first stop and get idea of what the entry level looks like to be able to buy property in Hamilton Park. Our first property is 274 6th Street. This is literally 2 blocks away from the park. Gorgeous brick building. As you see, as you're going to see throughout these clips and some clips in between properties and things like that when I'm walking the neighborhood and just getting some video footage of the beautiful brownstones. Some of these buildings are true brownstones, and that they're like, 2 family, sometimes 3 family properties, in some cases maybe even 4. Then there's some that are apartment buildings. These are beautiful aesthetics in this area. I love that about Hamilton Park. This is in that kind of a brick looking building. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo that is 625 square feet, listed at $525,000, sold at $520,000 with 24 days on market. HOAs at $608,000. So we're going to go and take a look at some of the photos that are here. And certainly a feature is going to be the fact that there is a washer dryer in the unit. So you don't have that in many scenarios when you are looking downtown Jersey City and like Hoboken, which is very similar in terms of a lot of condo inventory. So having a washer dryer unit that is inside goes a long way, and parking is the other. There's not many parking options in Hamilton Park area as it pertains to a lot of garages or parking lots per se. You won't find nearly as many of those as you will in other sections of downtown Jersey City in a comparable location like a Hoboken. But this is certainly reflective of what that entry level looks like, which you're likely at a 1-bedroom. Right, and $500,000, that's about a 1-bedroom property. This is a property very well maintained, that you saw in the photos, and lasted at the end of the day for less than 1 month on market. So you still get an idea of what demand looks like. Didn't go far over asking price, because when you're talking about a $500,000 buy, and I mentioned this on one of my previous episodes, that's a very specific buyer. All right, so many $500,000 buyers are looking for more of a single family in the suburbs, so you don't get as many of those that are going to drive the price up on a $500,000 condo. All right, so but still you can see demand wise, it didn't last very long. All right, so let's go and jump into a little bit more footage and take a look at another dining scene along the way that we didn't actually go into, but we took a close look at. Let's go back to that journey now. So in our travels throughout Hamilton Park, specifically the dining scene, 2 spots that I did take a really close look at. Went into one. O Cafe is one, which is like a coffee and pastry spot, right there off of a courtyard, really steps away from the park itself. Lovely area, particularly on a hot day. You can find some shade in that particular area, which I appreciated. And in addition to O Cafe, another spot, Cangiano's Marketplace, which is kind of like a deli spot. So you can certainly come in and get a sandwich there. There's other cuisine other than that as well. But it's certainly, I have not sampled that one. I certainly will the next time I come through. I didn't have the time on this particular occasion, but this one is a spot that you certainly can get sandwich and, some other items. It's Italian cuisine, so no doubt you can get some pasta there as well. So you're seeing a variety of dining options as you view this viewing footage, the walking footage throughout the park area. And again, this is directly across the street from the park. The park itself is in the middle. It's like one big square, right? So as you step out the park, cross the street, you're right here in this little area that has all these different dining options. So it's a, again, great place. Farmers market there as well on specific days. I took a photo of that also. It's just a great summer location in close proximity to, especially if you live a few blocks away, great place to be. All right, so we're gonna go from our kind of entry level to our more mid-level. We're gonna take a look at a single family home at our next stop. Our single family home is at 149 Cole Street. So we're gonna take a look at some photos of 149 Coles. It is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath single family home. And it was listed at 1.395 and it sold at 1.318, slightly under, but relatively close to list price, 19 days on the market. So you take a look at the photos here. This is your classic brownstone look with upgrades. There's exposed brick on the interior. You can see that there's a very, very attractive outdoor space. Very much a move-in ready type of property. It's got that historic charm to it because many of these buildings date back to the late 1800s, if not early 1900s, because we have that kind of history in Jersey City in general, but certainly in this part when we're looking at downtown specifically, you're going to find a lot of properties that have that historic appeal or that historic nature to them. All right, you see many fireplaces that are no longer in use. They're kind of, decommissioned, or some of them have been blocked off or bricked off, but still give a nice aesthetic to the space. So this is, an example where, you're beyond looking at condos, 500,000, you get into 2 and 3 bedrooms, you're going to be more in the 7, 8, to 900,000. Many of the single family options that provide this type of space. The square footage is not provided up here. However, 4 bedrooms, 2 fulls, and a half is a pretty considerable size single family. All right, in that area. So that's what that looks like. We're gonna take a direct leap over now to first of our final 2, which are going to be 2 families. So I'm gonna again just sprinkle in some footage, and we're going to drop right over to that property to take a look there. Taking a close look at the first of our 2 family properties, it's interesting that they are pretty much neighbors. They're one across the street from the other. Both are on 7th Street. The first is 210 7th Street, which is a 5-bedroom, 3 full bath, 2 family. This one, I don't have a full description of how the layout worked, but it seemed to be that there was a 2-bedroom dwelling on the 3rd level, and then a 3-bed, 2-bath on the 1st and 2nd level. But these, again, you just look to see that classic brick brownstone appeal on the exterior, very well maintained interior. You can see there definitely have been upgrades to the kitchen, flooring, just a very clean, very turnkey move-in ready without doing much upgrade at all from the aesthetics of the photos. Recessed lighting, upgraded bathrooms, backyard space that is private, which is essential and is certainly a luxury premier item when you're in these spaces like a downtown Jersey City. So this one listed at 1.799999. So basically it's listed at 1.8. It's sold at 1.8. And it has 1 day on market. All right. So in all likelihood, there was some interest expressed in either a coming soon or some other perhaps word of mouth. These that 1 day on market in many cases is going up there just for MLS purposes, because it was known right off the bat. Someone made some type of connection to get in early and secure the deal. So that's the first of our 2-2 families. The next one is very much next level, and you're going to see a distinct difference between this coming property and what we just viewed right here. But before we do that, we're going to hop to one more dining spot that kind of previewed during the walkthrough of the neighborhood. And this one, again, it fits right down my alley in terms of one of my favorite cuisines. And I do have a few. It's not like I'll have just one or two, but this is one of my favorite cuisines. So just let's take a skip over to that location now. One of the more aesthetically distinct locations that I've, at least in my opinion, is Rumba Cubana, as I made my walkthrough through the Hamilton Park dining scene. This is a Cuban kind of a bar scene and cuisine. Did not go inside, did not eat. This was very much lunchtime, heat of the day. But this is a spot I will certainly take a visit to for dinner one night. You can take a look at, even on Yelp, 4.3, relatively sound ratings here. Take some look at some of the cuisine and interior photos. That's, in my estimation, would be a worthy spot to take in for some Caribbean or Cuban cuisine, because I have a few spots in Hoboken that I definitely take a liking to. So I need to sample here just for not just comparison's sake, but have a good meal. So let's take a look at our final stop, which is across the street from 210. We're going to skip over to 211 7th Street. So 211 7th Street, I'm going to jump right into some photos here. Listed at $2.75 million, sold at $2.61. 62 days on market, which is not a surprise given price point. Definitely very much a higher price point. Again, 5-bedroom, 3 full baths, and 1 half bath. And when you take a look again, we're going through some photos here. This is higher end. You can see in terms of the types of ceilings we have, the open spaces, the scale of the kitchen amenities. This is when you enter into more luxury level accommodation. Beautiful skylights and what looks to be somewhat of a sunroom. This is a property that warrants that type of price point given the location. Would be great, of course, and I know some of y'all are probably already thinking this, because I mentioned before, Hamilton Park does not have the parking dynamic that you would prefer. It'd be great to have a garage, but this has an outdoor space that is again, luxury item when we're talking about the location. So this given property, it seems to be similar, that it is a first, second, third level, and even a fourth level, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom on the highest level. And the lower levels is probably the larger or the primary of the 2 units. So yes, this is one of our prime Hudson County Coldwell agents had this one. So this is again, this is a higher scale of what you're going to find for Hamilton Park, and absolutely just gorgeous property. So we're going to close this particular episode out with just a general reminder that we are going to continue with other locations. We've yet to get into Newport. We're going to hit into Hibiscus Cove, which is more the Grove Street Path area. I still have to hit the Village. So there's still some more areas to cover just for the downtown scene. We just hit 2 so far. So thank you again for joining today. Be sure to click like, subscribe, notification bell. Take note, if you are not from the area, I do have a relocation guide here. So you can either scan this QR code to get more information and insights on New Jersey and what it is to live in New Jersey and move to New Jersey. Those who are looking, shopping, absolutely just appreciate your watching the channel just to get some insights on the New Jersey market and communities. Definitely reach out to me. I'm available here to assist you in your process, to give you feedback, and of course to assist you directly should you engage in your real estate journey. And likewise, if you're in real estate but on the other side, as a seller, stay tuned, stay aware, stay abreast of your value. Even if you're not going to sell your property for another year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, know your market value. And my team provides those complimentary. So you can contact me if you have any needs with selling or looking to see maybe you want to leverage some of that equity you have in your home to expand your real estate portfolio, some rental and property, and add some assets to your investments. So available for that as well. So feel free to reach out. And again, drop some comments as always. Keep them positive, keep them constructive, and share some experiences, insights, and things that will add to our community conversation on these locations that I cover. So thank you again. As I always say, stay safe and stay tuned to New Jersey Living.